Hello, kindergarten through second grade friends. Mrs. Bannister here with another counseling lesson for this week. Today's information is going to be about relationships. Relationships can look like friendships. They can look like family relationships. They can also look like the relationships you have with your teachers and other adults that are in the school building. You also have relationships with people out in the community. You might be part of a soccer team or another sports team. You may also be part of a community group that celebrates an interest of yours or your family's, a religious group that you participate in. There's lots of different relationships that we share with one another. Some are very close, meaning that we know those people very, very well. And then some relationships aren't as close, and that's okay, because those might be people that we don't know as well and we aren't as familiar with. Today, our lesson is 2 parts. I am very excited to read to you again. If you haven't noticed, I love to share books with students. I feel like books are a great way for all of us to learn new things and to remind ourselves of things we might already know, but sometimes a reminder is good. So today I'm going to be reading a story to you about kindness. I like this story because, here it is, try a little kindness. I like this story because there's great pictures or illustrations, and the book has some really good ideas in it for kindness. And then the second part of my lesson is I'm going to share 2 tips with you on how to maintain positive relationships. So let's get started. So the story I'd like to share with you today is called Try a Little Kindness, written by Henry Cole. We're just going to get right to it. I'd like to show you that picture. Do you see that? It says, "I'm sorry. No hard feelings." Sometimes we have to apologize if we've made a mistake or there's been an accident and we've either hurt somebody accidentally, whether that's their body or their feelings. It's always a good idea to say that you're sorry. A smile to greet the morning, a hug to greet each day, a thank you and a yes please are things that you should say. Our animal friends will show you exactly how it's done. Make it a daily habit. Kindness can be fun. And that is so true. Wake up with a smile. Be the last in line. Invite someone over to play with you. That doesn't necessarily apply right now while we're physically distancing from people, right? We can't play with all of our friends that we're used to playing with, but we can call them. We can send them a letter, and that's an invitation to friendship, right? While we can't play with them closely, we can still connect with them. Share your toy. This is a great one while we're at home with other family members. Sharing things can sometimes be hard. It's also a wonderful gesture of kindness. So if your little brother, little sister, cousin, mom, dad would like to have something that you are using or love very much, maybe you could consider sharing it with them. You'll get it back. They just may need it or want to play with it for a little while. You'll feel so special inside. Try some kindness every day. A smile, a joke, or something else. Come on, don't you want to play? So inviting someone to play, right? Maybe that's someone in your family, in your home right now. Tell someone they're special. Be a great ally. Write a poem for someone. I want to go back to this be a great ally. An ally is someone that you work with. So think in your mind right now, the relationships you're engaged in or you have a really close connection to right now. Who is someone that you are an ally with? Is it your brother or your sister? Is it your mom or your dad? Who is someone that you're close to and spending a lot of time with right now? And if you're an ally to that person, that means you work with them, right? You show them kindness. You may help them. You could be a helper for that person. So be a great ally. Praise someone's work. Hold the door for a friend. Could you help someone in your house by holding the door? Give someone your seat. Pick up the trash. Visit someone who is lonely. Now that one's interesting because we're really not supposed to be visiting people right now. But can you think of one way you could connect with someone who might be lonely? Think of that now. I've thought of one way. I could call them on the phone. Do you have someone that you think might benefit from you calling them on the phone? Maybe it's a family member who lives far away. Maybe it's a friend that you haven't connected with since we've been out of school. Maybe it's someone you're just thinking of. You could always give them a call. I know you think we did it, but our job is not quite done. We need to keep on going. Being kind is so much fun. So you could help someone without being asked. I love this octopus picture. Look, he or she has multiple bags, like so many, being such a great helper. And the key there is without being asked, right? So maybe we could think about someone in our home who's doing a lot of work right now. Maybe you could help them out. Read to your friends. Write thank you notes. Do something unexpected. Take a selfie with friends. Many of you actually are seeing your friends quite a bit on our Zoom meetings and our different things that we're doing through Seesaw and Google Classroom. So you may be doing a little bit of like picture stuff with your friends, but yeah, that's another way we can do that once we're done being physically distant. When evening has come and it's time to go to bed, and you brush your teeth and wash your feet and make sure your fish is fed, think of new good deeds to do and some nice things to say. Then you'll know why kindness counts and look forward to each day. Why I like this story is, well, first of all, it's pretty cute. I like it because of that. I also like it because at the end, it speaks about how kindness actually boosts not just the person who's receiving the kindness, but it also boosts the person who's giving the kindness. What that looks like is if I am kind to you, that makes you feel good. But when I'm kind to you, that also makes me feel good. And that is a win-win. So your lesson for this week is I'm going to share 2 tips with you for boosting your relationship skills that may look like kindness. So here we go. Tip number 1, and this one actually came from the book, okay, is say please and thank you. We are in our homes right now a lot with the same people over and over and over again. And we sometimes might be getting a little frustrated with that situation. So when we say please and thank you to those people, please may I have a snack? Thank you for helping me with my work. Please may I go outside and play? Thank you for making me food. Something like that. That boosts everybody's relationship skills. The person who hears it feels really good about those words. And when we practice please and thank you, it makes us feel good because we're being grateful, right? We're recognizing something that someone's doing for us. So tip number 1, say please and thank you. Could you try that this week? Thank you. When you try it, sorry, I want to back up just a little bit. It's a lot to think, oh no, now I need to say please and thank you a bunch. So, which is awesome if you can do that. But if it's easier for you, friends, think of one person in your family or in your home that you think you could focus saying please and thank you to. Can you think of that person now? I've got mine. Do you have yours? Okay, so tip number 1, say please and thank you. Your second tip is a little bit different. This one is kind of silly, but I think it's important. Is to smile. Yes, smile. Look at this picture of me. Now look at this picture of me. The 2 of them together. Which one looks like I am open to conversation? Which one looks like, wow, Mrs. Bannister looks like she wants to be my friend, or even just wants to listen to me? We've learned this in previous lessons, if you heard my lesson, that our body language says a lot about how we are feeling and how open we are to other people's feelings and what they want to share. So I invite you to use that smile as a way to help our relationships with our family and our friends. So, tip number 1, say please and thank you. That was from the book. Tip number 2, have a nice warm smile. I forgot. One thing I wanted you to do, because sometimes it's like, smile, what does that even look like, right? Right now, I want you to pause the video and I want you to go and find a mirror. Typically they're in our bathrooms, in our homes, and practice your smile. So pause the video now and I will wait for you. So hit pause and then come back, and I want to hear, or I want you to think about what that felt like to see yourself smile in the mirror. Do that now. Okay, you're back. Thank you. I waited here for you and I'm glad you came back. How did that feel? Did you get better at smiling when you saw yourself in the mirror? I hope you did. So those are your 2 tips for the week. Smile, number 2. Number 1, now we're working backwards, is say please and thank you. I look forward to seeing you again next week. There's no homework, nothing to complete. You know what your work to do is today and for this week. And I can't wait to teach you all another lesson. Have a wonderful week. Thank you very much.